and welcome to episode 97 of the Stress Knits podcast. My name is Stacy, also known as Stress Knits Yarn over on Instagram and Stress Knits on Ravelry. Those sounds you're hearing is my pug puppy Esther, who lives with myself, my husband Doug, and our daughter Eliza here in southeast Michigan outside of Detroit. It is a beautiful, gloomy, cold, rainy day in November. I think it's November 21st. And I'm finally sitting down to podcast. It's been a while. I want to say 3 weeks, maybe almost a month, somewhere in there. I have been incredibly busy getting Advents out, and I've been kind of coming off of that work schedule, which really ran me down. I got really sick post Rhinebeck and also in the middle of Advent prep, so I really just was not in the mood, and plus I just didn't have time to make anything, so I didn't have anything to share with you, and I would rather come to you with some content than almost none. So here we are. So I have quite a few things to show you. And then we're going to talk about stress knits at the end. So, first things first, I have been working on some sweaters. Now, I have worked on my Mackworth pullover by Andrea Mowry. I guess I haven't shown it on the podcast yet. I just have a whip down episode, which you can find in my whip down playlist over on my channel on YouTube. So this is my Mackworth. This is by Andrea Mowry. I test knit this pattern, but I failed miserably, which is a theme for this episode. I just did not have time that I thought I would. But I'm working on the first sleeve right now, and hopefully this will be done in the next few weeks. I really enjoy it. I use Stress Knits yarn, which is my hand-dyed yarn, and Perfectly Adequate is the main color. It is the gray, which is this little guy. And then the contrasting colors are Mountain Mama, which is the green, the mint is Pillow Mint, and Palm Lines is the very light pink. It's just a circular yoke, beautiful color work, and then just a nice plain stockinette body and sleeves. So you have a little fun part and then some mindless knitting. I love this sweater. This is one of the things that I'm going to be focusing on finishing before the end of the year. And I'm just really excited for this to be done. Maybe I'll wear it next episode. I doubt it'll be done in time, but hopefully one of my sweater whips will be. So that is my Mackworth by Andrea Mowry. The next sweater I've been knitting on pretty religiously is my Tèlégramme by Becky Sorensen, and it was published today. So go and get your pattern. She's having a pay what you can model for this sweater, and it's amazing. So here's where I'm at. Again, I failed miserably on this test knit just due to time that I thought I would have, and I just didn't. And you know, sometimes you have to admit defeat, because when I was staying up until 3, 4 a.m. and then getting up with my baby, it's just not conducive to a good life. So this is the Tèlégramme Becky Sorensen, who is soprano knits, and it has a beautiful cable detail down the side and up the sleeves, which I have not started yet. It is an all over broken rib, and I love it. It has 9 sizes, I believe, and I knit the size 5, which is a 47.5-inch bust, so it should give me about 3 to 4 inches of positive ease. And I love it. It's sitting on a hanger because I need to wind yarn, and my new Swift just came today, so I'm going to be breaking that out and playing with it a little bit, winding up some yarn for some projects that I cannot wait to start or continue in this case. The yarn is Bien Aimé Mondim, which is their collaboration with Rosa Pomar. this. Bien Aimé in the ash colorway. Here is the skein. I was getting ready to wind it up, so I undid it and I just loosely twisted that back up. Yes, that is my Tèlégramme. If you want more information on the Mackworth pullover or the Tèlégramme cardigan, I don't know why I said Cardi, because of my next whip. If you want more information on those projects, head on over to the Whip Down playlist over on the channel and you will find those videos there. In case you are new or you don't know what the Whip Down is, it is a special video that I record thanks to my lovely patrons and their support. They get the videos first and then they come on over to the channel. And it's just me talking more in depth about my works in progress, one specifically. And so I give you much more details about yarn and why I chose what I chose, the construction without giving away the pattern, and just all of the good stuff that I really like to know when I am knitting a sweater. So that hopefully if you are wanting to knit something that I've knit, I can help in any way or inspire you to make it. They're always my favorite projects that I talk about, so it's just a really, really fun side project for me, and I'm really, really happy with it. So there's that, and then I am also knitting the Pixelated Cardi by, I don't remember, but it is the Fall 2019 Knit Collage knit along. So, this is where I'm at. It's so fun. This is probably a better representation of it. So I separated for the sleeves, and I am at about 5 inches past, and the pattern calls for 8. But I'll be honest with you, that's really short for me. I will never wear this. This is definitely a statement piece in my wardrobe. I chose colors that I love. So the main color, the gray, is Fog Heather in the Spun Cloud, which is this. Just a beautiful light gray. And then the contrast color is their Wildflower yarn, which is cotton, and it's just strips of fabric. But I love knitting with it. This is the Petal colorway, so it's a very pale pink with some flowers on it. So I really am enjoying this knit. It does hurt my hands after a while, so I can only work on it a little bit at a time because I'm knitting it on a size 17 needle. These are huge. My happy place is like a 5. So 17 is just, it's massive. So I can't knit on it for hours on end. But I really think that this could be done in the next week. Maybe I'll be wearing this one. But I think I'm going to knit it longer. I have an extra skein of Spun Cloud that I found on sale. So if I run out of yarn, because the kit, so Knit Collage worked with me to make this happen, which I am so eternally grateful for. I've always wanted to participate in their knit along, but I can't really justify over $200 for something that I know I'm not going to wear very often. But they worked with me. I already had the Wildflower yarn, and they helped me out figure something out, because they're also doing a new thing for their knit alongs, which is a scholarship. So there will be multiple people that get free kits, which is really cool. This is the first year they did it. I did not win one, but they helped me out so that I could participate, which is really, really sweet. So I just wanted to give them a shout out for being just wonderful in that respect. But yes, I really am enjoying it. Again, this is not something that I would normally wear, but I could see myself putting on like a cute little like tank top or like white t-shirt and putting this on over top of it to just like maybe go out, or like I go out. Let's be honest with ourselves, I don't have time for that. But like if Doug and I want to run out and grab dinner or something like that. Yes, I am also knitting the size 5 in this, which is a 50. So it is much more positive ease than the pattern calls for, but since it's chunky, I really wanted it to feel more like an oversized sweater than something that was supposed to fit tightly. Yes, I'm really happy with this. I can't wait to see what it looks like when it's done. And it's just such a fun knitting experience that I don't get to do very often, because I really don't knit with anything above worsted very often, and I even knit with worsted very rarely. So those are the sweaters I'm working on. And then, surprise, I've been knitting socks. I don't know who I am anymore. I haven't wanted to really knit socks for about 2 years. I did cast on a sock in February, but I've since frogged it because I don't know, it just wasn't what I wanted it to be. I was basically doing a Rose City roller, and I was like, I'm never gonna wear this, so I frogged it. But I cannot show you the adult size sock that I'm knitting right now, because it is the Skein 25 in my advent calendar. But I can show you the sock that I'm knitting for Eliza for Christmas. So here it is. Look at this tiny little thing. So many of you helped me out over on Instagram, on my personal Instagram account, and told me what patterns you follow, what stitch count you use for a toddler sock. So the consensus was between a 40 and 44 stitch cast on. And then the wonderful Mina, the knitting expat, helped me with a little bit of math and told me how to do stuff with my gauge. So, because I originally was going to cast on 44 stitches. I'm really glad I didn't. My daughter is very tiny. She was premature, so she's definitely on the smaller side. I think she's in like not even the 10th percentile for like height and weight. So she's tiny, but yeah, she's 15 months, right? Oh, I can't do math. She's 17 months? Oh my goodness. No, she's 15 months. She's 15 months, and she is in 6 to 9 month clothing. She's a cute little nugget. She's starting to branch into the 12 month. So she's tiny. Just to reiterate that. And then she wears a size 3.5 toddler shoe, which we cannot find anywhere. 4s are way too big. So that's also been a struggle because we need to find hard shoes. So if you had a tiny kid and you found shoes in like the 3.5 range, let me know in the comments below, because we're trying to figure that out. Okay, so I'm knitting her a toddler sock. Other patterns that people mentioned. So there's the Mrs. Weasley family socks, which is by Molly of a Homespun House. And then there's the Rose City Roller Littles by Orange Knits. And then Tin Can Knits has a few patterns as well. So I went with the 40 stitch on a US 1.5, which I usually knit my socks on a US 1, but I went up just because I was a little nervous about the 40 stitches, but I think this is going to be perfect. So here it is. I just finished the heel and the gusset. So stinking cute. So this yarn is super special because it was gifted to me by Nessa, who is Kilt Craft, and she granted a yarn wish for me 2 years ago. It was right around the time I found out I was pregnant, and I was really excited because I started a festive box of socks a la Amy of Stranded, and I was really excited, which I'm gonna show you in a second. I was really excited to just knit all of these Christmas socks and all of that, and then my morning sickness kicked in, and if you have followed my journey at all, you know I was very, very sick. Yeah, so it was funny because I was pulling out my Christmas box of socks and my Christmas sock bag and everything, and I got nauseous just looking at it, but it's gotten better. It's gotten better. But this is the Yule Ball colorway by London House Yarns, and I'm obsessed with this colorway, and I can never catch her yarn. So, I have a bit. And I don't know, I just thought it fit Eliza's personality. It just made sense to me. So, yes. So I'm going to work down the foot and then cast on another one. And this will be part of Eliza's Christmas gifts, which I will talk about at the end. So let's talk about my box of socks. So I haven't looked at this, like I said, in like 2 years. I didn't pull it out last year. At least I don't think I did. I don't think I did. But I found some gems. So first off, I found this bag, which my beautiful friend Julie, who is Sweet Sparrow, made for me out of fabric that I sent her. And because I didn't understand how to make one at the time, and I really just loved this fabric. And so I sent her everything, and then I paid her in yarn, which is really fun. I love having crafty friends I can trade with. So I found some stuff in here. So first thing is this half object. This is my Grinchy colorway, which is really funny because I dyed this, like I said, I think 2 years ago. Was it last year? No, I think 2 years ago, because I haven't had my soft sock base, which is the 75-25, in a really long time. So that's what this is. So this is Stress Knits yarn in Grinchy, which I might bring back. Don't know. Let me know what you think. So there's that. So I only have one sock done, and then I just have the cake. There's that. And then I found my Christmas Lights by Jinx yarn socks. I'm almost done with these. So I actually knit my mom a pair of socks in this colorway, and I had some left over because she likes shorter socks, so I knit her short socks. So I am knitting short socks for myself. So it's just like the perfect little sock. And then I have the second one. I think I'm on the gusset, or I might have just finished the gusset. I don't know. But yeah, so this is Knit Pick Stroll in the white, and then Jinx yarn, who is sadly not dying anymore, but stopped for health reasons, so that's really good. In the Christmas Lights colorway. On her, what was her sparkle? Glitz sock? Yeah, so that's super special. And then I found a skein that I've been looking for. Because when I originally thought I'm going to try to knit Christmas socks this year, this was the skein of yarn that came to mind, and I couldn't find it, but it was in this bag. This is Santa Baby by Sweet Sparrow Yarns on her Nuthatch base, which is 75-25, Super Wash Merino Nylon, and it's gorgeous. I love it. I think I might knit another pair of Christmas Clark socks by Jacqueline Salem. It's just Clark socks. It would just be a Christmas theme. Or Irving socks. I don't know. I want to knit one of Jacqueline's patterns in this. Yes. So I found that, and then I found my Christmas box of socks. So it's funny because it's bringing back so many memories. This is my festive sock box. I picked this up at Joann Fabrics 2 years ago with my mom, and I just remember because I was still in a pretty rough place from the miscarriage, and I was just trying to I thought this would cheer me up, just creating a huge box of Christmas socks, and my mom thought it was a good idea, so we went to Joann's, and I found this. My favorite Christmas colors are red and white. It just feels, yeah, I could add a gold accent in there. That's what I prefer for decorations and stuff. So I opened it up. Here are my socks. So I'm gonna go through these really quickly because I just think it's fun. Well, first I found 2 skeins of yarn. I found another skein of Jinx yarn in the Naughty or Nice on her glitz. Yeah, her glitz sock. So this will probably happen this year. And then I also found a skein of a homespun house in Jingleberry on her merino cashmere base. And she sent me this as a care package 2 years ago as well. So it just feels so special. Okay, so there's a mystery in here though. I only have one of these. I think it's somewhere in one of the boxes we haven't unpacked yet in our bedroom, because I feel like I've seen this. So I'm gonna actually go look for it after. But this is Legacy Fiber Arts in their Snazzy Toes, I think is what they call their sparkle base in the... It's from their elf collection. Your father's on the naughty list. I think that's what this is called, but it's just perfectly Christmas. I just love it. So I really want to find that other sock. And then I have Vintage Volanvine. This is Deck the Halls. Volanvine Blitz. I knit these while I was in college. I remember staying up late on Christmas Eve to finish them to wear them Christmas morning. So, there's that. This is Fawn and the Fox Christmas Tree, which I knit while I was getting ready for my wedding. So these are from Christmas 2016. And I love Laura Fawn and the Fox yarn. It's just so pretty. And then I have Gnome Acres, who is also not dying anymore, in Garden Gnome. But I felt like it was more of a Christmassy colorway than a summer colorway, but it came out in the summer. And I just remember seeing it, and I was obsessed with the deep teals and the rich reds. And so I grabbed a skein, and when I got it, I was like, this is totally Christmas. So I knit, this is the Mrs. Weasley Family Socks by Molly of a Homespun House. And I love them. And then I also have Jinx yarn in Gingerbread House, which I think I also knit these while I was planning my wedding. I just love this. And then last but certainly not least, Stress Knits yarn in Encourage Mint, which I need to dye up. This is on my squishy base, which I'm debating bringing back. It's just a very expensive base, and I don't like when my yarn's $30. It makes me feel a little uncomfortable. But I really love this base. Yeah, but these are Clark Socks by Jacqueline Salem, which I just love because it has the big, beautiful cable with the diagonal pearl bumps, and then it has this sweet cable on the back. I just love them so much. Actually, I might dye some Encouragement today because I have a dye day today. Oh, yes. So these are just so fun. I love them. And they're so soft because there's cashmere. I think I'm going to bring back the squishy base. I might do a dyed to order. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But anyway, yes, that is my Christmas box of socks inspired by Amy of the Stranded podcast. So it was just so much fun to see, and it makes me want to knit more socks. And I just love that they're all Christmas themed and that I can wear them in the next few weeks. So that's really exciting. I have one more thing to talk to you about before I talk about Stress Knits Yarn, which is the cozy Christmas I'm planning for my daughter. So I don't know about you, but I feel like I like the movement towards less stuff. I love the minimalism movement, I say as I have clutter everywhere around me, but let's be honest, like a lot of this is business stuff and books. I don't necessarily love the whole Marie Kondo thing. I feel like that's taking it a little too extreme for my personal taste, but I love curating things that are very useful, multi-purposeful, reusable, recyclable. That's, unless just buying something because it's on sale or buying something because I really want it right now. So now that I have a daughter, I would do this if I had a son too, but I have a daughter. So, yeah, I don't really want to get her a bunch of stuff. Like last year, she was 5 months old and for Christmas, and so we just got her like a Sophie, and which is like that weird little giraffe thing which she loves, and like some pajamas that she needed, and that was all that we got her, because she didn't really understand what was going on. So this year I think she's a little bit more aware. She obviously doesn't really know what Christmas is yet. She's just shy of 1.5 years. So yeah, but I know she's gonna understand the excitement and understand that like there's a tree here and there wasn't before, and we're waking up early, and yeah, and there's more family around. So so it's obviously going to be different, but I don't know how much she's going to retain. But I wanted to do something for her that made more sense than just buying her some toys. Yeah, I don't know. It just, because I've been thinking a lot about it, and I can't bring myself to do that. She has what she needs. And as she gets older, she'll get more sensory toys. Like, we'll probably get her some Play-Doh, put it in her stocking, because she's about that age. And maybe some, like, coloring books and crayons. And that's about it for, like, stuff that we're going to purchase. But Doug and I really want, well, this is my idea, but he really likes it. So I want to make her things that she can just play with and squeeze, and kind of sensory toys, but without being specifically for sensory. Because I have a few of these baskets. The one that she's using is actually in the room, but these are those baskets from Ghana. You can find them everywhere. This one specifically came from a homespun house. Yeah, because she wholesales them, and then I bought some from a website. Yes, because I wanted more plain ones, but I love this basket. Okay, anyway, I love this little triangle. Anyway, so she has a smaller, just plain basket in the living room with all of her stuff. And so I wanted to make her a basket that she can just, not make her a basket, make her things that she could just like pull in and out of the basket, if that makes sense. Because she loves doing that. She'll take a basket or a Tupperware container or whatever we have, and she'll just put like her puzzle pieces in there, or her dimple, or I've given her some of my old socks to play with, so she'll put like socks in there or her bows or any, and she'll just put them in and then pull them out and she'll play with some of them. She'll put bows on her head and then she'll take them off and she'll put them in the basket and then she'll carry the basket around and sit somewhere else and take it. So she really enjoys that kind of play right now. So what Doug and I are doing is we're going to needle felt a bunch of little objects for her to play with and sort and put in. And so we're gonna do it in multiple colors. So we're starting with hearts just to get the needle felting craft down. So we're starting with hearts. Do you know what's the most annoying thing about being married to Doug is he's good at everything? He's that guy where you'd go, hey Doug, here is something you've literally never done, never thought about doing, have never seen done. Do you want to just try it? He'll be like, yeah, sure. And it's almost perfect. So this is Doug's first needle felted heart. It's ridiculous. So this is Doug's, and then the sad ones are mine. So I did this one, and then we also have this one. So I ordered a bunch of felt, or not felt, roving, and we're literally just going to make these. So it's 100% wool, and she's just going to put them in her basket. And so I'm really, really excited about that. So these will be part of her gift. We're going to make like apples and like a banana and a turnip and just a whole bunch of things in different colors, so I can also be like, which one's blue, and she can pick up the blue one, and because we're working on colors and shapes and just objects in general. So I feel like that's just going to be a good way to also introduce that in a new way that she can also just like grasp and touch. So I'm just really, really excited about this. Yes, and I've been inspired by Chelsea of Legacy Fiber Arts. All of the crafting that she's been doing for Lily has really made me realize that I can do all of these things and make them tangible and not productive, but they work for Eliza. So it's just gonna be fun. And then she'll have some socks, and I'm going to knit hats for her and the cousins, and so it's just gonna be a very homemade, cozy, as little waste as possible Christmas, and I'm really, really, really excited about it. And I also just love the idea that, like, as she gets older, if she has a doll house or she's playing with dolls or literally just anything, and she can have these things to use as props. She can put socks on her stuffed animals when she outgrows them, and then if she ever decides to have a family, then she can also reuse them, because I love having stuff from my grandma's that they've made. My grandma Shaver is a quilter, and my grandma Elstone was a crocheter. So I have stuff that they've made, and it's just so cool to be like, this is from my grandma, and this is from your great grandma. And so just knowing that she's gonna be able to make, my mom made these baby socks. Like, it's just gonna be really cool. I don't know if you get sappy like that about Christmas. I don't know. But that's just how I'm feeling, and I'm really excited about it. Yes, so that's what I've been making and what's been taking up most of my time. So let's jump into Stress Knits news, which won't be too long because I don't have any yarn to show you. It's all drying downstairs. So there are custom orders and pre-orders that need to go out. Everything is setting or drying. I had pre-orders for my more popular colorways right now, which are like Mountain Mama and Rust Belt. And those take a day or two to even set, so they're in the process of that. So if you have pre-orders or custom orders, they are coming. Some have already started to go out. And then if you are waiting on your Hanukkah calendars, those are drying downstairs. So those will be going out next week. Plenty of time for Hanukkah. So I'm very excited for all of that. Next week is Thanksgiving. So I've been trying to figure out what I can do for Thanksgiving because like I said, I have issues with Black Friday and Cyber Monday and small business. Like I have issues with being like, hey, I don't know. I just have, it's just still that push of being like, buy more things because it's the holidays. So I don't want to do that. For me, it's much more of here is a coupon code, use it if you want to, and it's just a thank you. And my patrons will be getting a slightly different coupon code. So if you're a patron, check that out in the next few days. But I will have the shop at 15% off all next week. Through probably Cyber Monday, but again, I don't know, just the consumerism aspect of Thanksgiving just really stresses me out. So, which is also hard when you own your own business because you need people to buy things to like pay bills, but I never want people to feel like they have to. So it is just a way to say thank you for supporting me this year, and a way for me to clear out inventory because I have new colors coming in December and January, and I'm really excited to share them with you. So I'm working on getting that all up and running. Yeah, so that's really what's going on. Just if you're interested, stay tuned to my Instagram, which is Stress Knits Yarn. Everything is below the video. So that's really what's going on. Yeah, I'm really trying to figure out the 2020 direction of Stress Knits. I'm trying to find shows to vend at, but I don't know what's not already done being booked. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what's going on, but I'm really excited. I cannot wait to share these new colorways with you. I'm so proud of them, and I think they're beautiful and are going to make gorgeous sweaters. That's really, in my head, a bunch of these. I'm just like, oh, I want to make that out of this. So I cannot wait to share them with you. Okay, I feel like I've been blabbing and I'm making no sense. Right now my brain isn't working. Okay, so I will see you next time. It feels really good to be back in the swing of things and to be out under that Advent boulder. So I will talk to you next week. Bye!